Hey y'all, Yixie here. I'm re-uploading my Safari Week video from last year that I originally uploaded to my main channel. That channel is more dedicated towards COD content montages, and I wanted a channel solely for Pokemon. Keep on the lookout for, I'm mainly going to be doing shiny hunting content, but look on the look for Nuzlocke challenges, catch-em-alls. Anything encompassing Pokemon is going to be on this channel involving me. So please subscribe and enjoy the video. Hey y'all, Yixie here. Today, I'm super excited to share my experience during Safari Week this year. For those of you not familiar with Safari Week, I'll give you the rundown. Safari Week is a community-based event hosted by one of my favorite YouTubers, Absol Vlogs Pokemon, or just simply, Matt. Absol encourages members of the community, no matter big or small, neither far and wide, to find your favorite shiny Pokemon in the Safari Zone of your choosing. In this instance, for me, I focus on Johto's Gen 4 Safari Zone in Pokemon Heart Gold, where it is home to some of my favorite Pokemon. The event was hosted from the 21st to the 30th of June 2024, though if you haven't found a shiny Pokemon, caught a shiny Pokemon, or even phased off your target, you have the option of going into overtime, which unfortunately I decided not to get the video out as soon as possible. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what makes hunting in the Safari Zone so special? You see, the basic premise is this. You have no Pokemon to battle with, you just have 30 Safari Balls, bait, and mud. After every turn passed, each Pokemon has a likelihood percentage of fleeing pertaining to the species of Pokemon encountered. So, for example, one of my targets this year was Smeargle, and every time I throw a ball and fail, odds to flee per turn are 23.92%. And it's worth it to note, throwing bait makes a Pokemon less likely to flee, but makes it harder to catch, while throwing mud makes it easier to catch, but more likely to flee. I want you to take note of this, as it will be important for later in the video. Unlike the later entries to the series, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver have the original base odds of 1 out of 8,192, which to some, this task may seem incredibly daunting, but to an experienced shiny hunter as myself, I was up for the challenge. Okay, so let's talk about my main targets for this Safari Week. By far, two of my favorite Pokemon are Smeargle and Wobbuffet. The only issue with this is since I haven't unlocked the ability to place objects since I don't have the national dex, Smeargle is only encounterable during the morning and day in the plains area, as opposed to Wobbuffet, who's in the peaks area, only available during the nighttime. So I know what you're probably thinking. What could be the solution to this? Well, by simply running 3 consoles at the same time, I eventually landed on setting all of them to 20 hours, or 8 PM, then hunting it that first night, and then just keeping them on, and hunting on those cycles so the games keep progressing frames, which hopefully would result in a shiny. Not much happened a good chunk of the 21st and the 22nd. Sun up to sundown was spent on these 2 DSs while I was watching the cats at my mom's for that weekend. I did catch some episodes of The Boys when they aired as I was hunting. Specifically, episode 4 Wisdom of Ages was by far one of my favorite episodes this season. But when I got home after a weekend of not encountering anything for hours upon hours, I decided to do one more stretch of encounters. The early morning of Monday, June 24th at about 2:30 AM, and unbeknownst to me, I was encountering one of my favorite targets, the very goal I set my sights on for this year's Safari Zone Challenge, a shiny Wobbuffet.
Just caught a random Rattata by accident. Oh my god! Oh my god! Shiny Wobbuffet! My camera's gonna die. Oh my god.
No, I accidentally threw mud at it.
No, it bled! I dropped my GoPro on my DS.
And I failed it. You see, when I was changing my battery in my GoPro, I dropped it on the bottom screen and threw a mud. This is what I was talking about when you want to keep note of this for the later in the video. It increased the flee rate and threw any chance I had of catching it out the window. And unfortunately, after that, I called it a night. Then the following morning, same day, when I wake up after adding a third DS to the setup, at about 9:30 or 9:45-ish, I'm not sure. I'm not even joking, 18 minutes into the recording, and I find a shiny Geodude.
Oh, shiny Geodude.
This time, I don't mess up, I finally get a ball off, but sadly it shakes once, shines as if it's saying goodbye, and flees without a trace.
And it fled. God damn.
Now, fast forward to the end of Safari Week, June 30th, 2024, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've already committed to being done once I phased, and I'm not quite satisfied at the very least. But I was like, hey, why not go one more time, and if I phase off my target, then I'm done this week. And what do you know, I phased on a Rattata and I didn't even catch it. But what can I say, that's the name of the game. You win some, you lose some. I'm just glad after pouring potentially over 24 hours in the Johto Gen 4 Safari Zone that I can walk away and say I've seen over 2 shinies comfortably and I can live with that. Casually hunting in the Johto Gen 4 Safari Zone was something I participated in even way before I knew about Safari Week. I've specifically been hunting in Heart Gold and Soul Silver since 2012, so going on 12 years now. Fun fact, back in 2017, I caught this as a roll, completely full odds, that I was able to recover from my old Pokemon Battle Revolution save file. Just goes to show the amount of joy and happiness hunting for differently colored pixels that sparkle can bring a generation to come. Thank you all for watching.